Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to speed up your Windows 7 computer. The first thing you want to do is open up your start menu and type in msconfig. Then press enter. This little thing is going to pop up. Go to boot and advanced options. Select number of processors and scroll down to the highest number you have. Make sure maximum memory is unchecked and all of these are unchecked, and press OK. And then timeout, if you dual boot your computer, you want to make it a low number but not too low, so I like 5 seconds. And skip the services tab, I'm going to go over that a little later, and startup. Startup is basically all the startup programs that start up when your computer starts up. So for example, one of them that I have starting up is AVG Internet Security. This basically starts up AVG, my antivirus program, and it will start up and it will continue to be a running program or whatever you want to call it until I shut down my computer. Something like Adobe Updater Startup Utility is different. It's an application. It will open up and it will check if there are updates. If there are, it will install the updates and then it will close itself down. So it's not as bad, but it's not great to have a bunch of programs starting up as soon as you start up your computer when Windows is trying to start up. So basically uncheck as many of these as possible. And press apply, then press OK, and this thing is going to pop up. Basically you need to restart your computer to apply the changes you made. You can restart your computer now, or you can exit without restart. I'll just exit without restart for now. Next thing we're going to do is go to Google Chrome or whatever internet browser you use, and we're going to download a few things. I'm not going to go through the downloading and installation of them right now in this video. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can in this video, but I will try to make basically reviews of all these programs that I tell you to get in another video, hopefully. So first go to iobit.com and press here. Go to the Downloads tab. And the first thing is Advanced System Care Free 5. Press free download and follow the links. Now this is a free version. There's a full version, but I really like the free version. I think it's definitely enough. It works great. A lot of people don't know about Advanced System Care, but if you have tried it and you don't really like it, another alternative is CCleaner, which is even more popular. Okay, you just press there and press download. You could just press from File Hippo download or the Piriform download, and just download it, install it, run it, and I will hopefully make a review about it as soon as I get to that. Okay, that's CCleaner. So basically CCleaner and Advanced System Care are two programs that are designed to speed up your computer. They clean junk files, they optimize your registry, simple things like that. Next is defragmentation software. Defragmentation software is basically defragment your hard drive. If you don't know what that is, I'll go over that in greater detail when I'm doing a review of some defragmentation software. So go to iobit again and back to downloads, and this is another product from iobit, Smart Defrag 2. It's the full version, the free version, and press free download. Download at Major Geeks. You'll download it, install it, and run it. Then you can play around with it and see if you like it or not. If you don't like it, because I know a lot of you don't know a lot of iobit software, another option is Defragler, and it's also by Piriform. You can just press download and download from either of these locations. Again, I will try to make a review of these programs, the iobit Smart Defrag and Defragler, in another video, and I will go over defragmentation in further detail. So the next thing you want to do is, if you don't have an antivirus program, you should probably get one. So one that I like is AVG. It's a free version, and it's great. Download it. 2013 is out. I'm sorry, this is the free trial. So you just go to AVG Antivirus and download the free version 2013. It's really useful. It's one of the best free antivirus programs you can get. If you don't want AVG or you want something a little bit more mainstream, there's Avast, which is completely free. You can download it here. Again, I'll be going over these in a what you call it. I'll be going over them later. Sorry. Okay, so that's it for the antivirus programs. So basically that's all you're going to be downloading from the internet in this video. And I know I went very briefly over it, but it takes a long time if I don't go briefly. Hopefully I will make some reviews on them and how to use them and everything, what they do, in some later videos. So that's everything you're going to download from the internet. Next thing you want to do is press on the Start menu, right-click Computer, and press Properties. Press Advanced System Settings, and go to Performance, press Settings, and then you're going to choose what you want for your computer right here. So what you can choose between is let Windows choose what's best for my computer, which will basically, Windows will choose which, it'll look at how much RAM you have and basically your system specs, and it'll see how good or how good can your computer process these things, or how well it can process whatever you want to say. So let Windows choose what's best for my computer. That's what I do. Adjust for best appearance. So if you really care about your computer's appearance and you think you have good enough, if your computer is good enough, fast enough, you can adjust for best appearance. You can also adjust for best performance if you don't really care what your computer looks like, but it's important that your computer runs fast. Or you can custom check, uncheck, whichever ones you want. So I'm just going to let Windows choose what's best for my computer and press Apply. Then I'm going to go to the Advanced tab and I'm going to press Change. Now this is the page file for Windows. Windows page file is a part of the hard drive that Windows takes to the side, partitions it. I'm not sure if it partitions it, but Windows will set it aside, and it will use it as RAM when your RAM is low. So when you're low on RAM, you're running a big program or something like that, it'll start using this much of the hard drive, which is the amount you enter here, as RAM. Now what you should do is go to the recommended, and you should round that up. So I have 5,355 as my recommended. I'm going to round that up to 6,000 and press Set. So make sure custom size is checked and set. So I'm press Set, OK, Apply, OK, OK, and you can just close out of this. One more thing I'm going to go over real quick, and that is Services. Press on this Services that looks like, that has the two gears thingies on the side. Okay, and Services is basically the proper way to disable all the services. So remember how MS config, we looked at it and I told you we're just going to skip over the Services tab. So I'm going to compare and contrast basically quickly what these do. The Services is the proper way to disable them, because it will disable them more efficiently. If you disable them from MS config, what will happen is it'll start up for a split second, and then MS config will realize, oh, I'm not allowed to start it up, and it'll turn it off. But Services controls in the very beginning which one is going to start, which one's going to not start. So Services is really the proper way to disable services. So some of the features is if you press on something, it will give you a description. It tells you what the service does. So that's the name of the service, the description, the status is whether it's started or not, and the startup type. So the startup type can either be manual, automatic, automatic delayed start, or disabled. So this is automatic delayed start. Right there, automatic delayed start, and disabled. So if you want to change this, just right click on one and press Properties. So the difference is automatic delayed start means it will start up as soon as your computer starts up, but not as soon as it can. So after most things finish starting up and your computer is slightly more relaxed, all the services started up, it's not struggling so much, maybe 5 minutes after it actually starts up, then this will start up. Automatic delayed start. Automatic means as soon as it can, it will start up. Manual means it will not start up on computer startup, but if a third-party program or a Windows program needs it, it will start up, only then. So the manual is probably what you want to set most of the things that aren't necessary, and disabled is ones that are completely disabled. Now you shouldn't disable processes as a general rule, services, sorry. You shouldn't disable them as a general rule. The reason being, if a program needs this service, and it really needs it, it won't run without it, and it's disabled, it won't be able to start it. But if it's manual, it will be able to start it. And sometimes this can make a really big difference. So if it's one that Windows requires to work properly or something, and you disable it, that's a big problem. There is actually not much harm in turning anything to manual. Yeah, so that's just the basic overview of the differences between these. And there are a lot of services that you don't need, and you're probably asking, well, how do I know which ones I don't need? Well, what I'm going to do is in the description, I will put a list of services that you don't need, and whatever is in the description, you want to change it to manual. Don't change it to disabled unless I specifically say change it to disabled. Okay, and one more thing. The ones I put in the description are only going to be Microsoft services. So, for example, I have AVG Firewall. That's automatic when I start up the computer. You won't have this service, and that's why I won't have it whether you need it or not in the description. So a lot of things you might notice that you don't need but are not in the description. That's because I'm only putting Windows services that everyone has in the description. Again, I'm only working on Windows 7 services. If you have Windows XP or something, or Vista, you can still follow along, but maybe it'll be a little different. But this will definitely work for Windows 7. Yeah, so I'll put the list in the description of which services you don't really need. And okay, so that's the services tab, and if you disable the services that you don't need, it will definitely speed up your computer. Okay, so we can just close both of these, and that's my quick overview on how to speed up Windows 7. As I said before, I will put the links in the description. I will put the services you can disable in the description, and I will also try to put I will also go on an overview of most of the things I told you to download, or it said you could download or whatever, and I will tell you what they do. And hopefully this video helped you. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments, and thanks for watching.